I've decided to stay home and commit to the University of Arkansas.
Kalen Robinson has earned his stripes and brought his dreams to life.
The lefty headed to Arkansas.
Being one of the top ballers America has to offer, repping his home state, hometown, and family. Joining former teammates and longtime friends. And holding a shared belief.
It's time. It's time, like Mo said.
Leaving him with one message for Hog fans before telling his story.
Get ready. Since I can remember, I've always had a basketball in my hand. I think I started at 3 years old playing in the Butter League with 5- and 6-year-olds.
Kalen Robinson of the Celtics.
This park was one of the first times that I was able to play against older guys or like grown men at a younger age. My dad would call ups and he would pick up all my little brothers. So this park definitely has a significance in me growing my game and maturing. I started my basketball career just watching my big brother.
Big family, one goal.
He's played basketball at Appalachian State. He's played at Eastern Kentucky. My dad actually coached him play, so me going to his workouts, me going to his practices, just how much fun he had on the court, and me being the little brother that I was made me pick up that love for it as well. Now, my dad had a team, and they were like 3 or 4 years older than me, but he would let me dress out with them before I played on my age group. Practicing with them started out my AAU career. Arkansas Hogs was really who I grew up playing with.
Come on, KK!
I think it was around 5th or 6th grade, playing with Moses, and we shocked a lot of people going to those tournaments. I think we beat the #1 team in the nation my 6th grade year. Just playing on that team, just full of underdogs and wanting to prove ourselves to all the scouts that are around there, and not having the spotlight on us really gave us the underdog mentality and wanted to prove everybody wrong. My dad was always the one that worked us out, but my mom, she was always the supporter. She was at every game, the loudest one in the stands. She was always there to cheer us on through the ups and the downs. Football was really my main sport when I was really young. Around the 8th or 9th grade, I had to choose. Football was easier to me, but basketball was my true love, so I chose basketball.
You might have heard of KK Robinson, the 37th rated prospect in the country, the highest of any baller in the Razorbacks 2020 signing class. But do you know his story? The Little Rock native's path to his home state school led him to 3 high schools, ending up in Virginia for his senior year. KK explains how the road to prestigious hoops program Oak Hill started with Episcopal.
I went there in middle school. My big brother was playing. He's 4 years older than me, so when he graduated, I was coming into. I had big shoes to fill. Coming in there, I feel like I did my best to keep that resume going with our last name. After I won my freshman year state MVP, people were like, you're on 3A, and of course you can do that, but let's see you do that on a higher level. So it's always me trying to get better, and so that's when I transitioned to Bryant. I always feel like I have something to prove, so being on the highest classification in Arkansas was the highest stage I could be on at that point. So proving myself on that stage, I feel like proved a lot of people wrong, so that's really one of the main reasons why I chose Bryant. Bryant was definitely an experience around better players, just a bigger school. Being at Bryant really helped me a lot to be able to focus in, and it made me love the game more. Competing every day in practice really helped me a lot. My strength with the ball, ability to be able to read defense as well, make quicker decisions, was able to get my teammates to be able to maximize their full potential. Just being able to be the coach on the floor and make my coach's job easier. Around 10th grade summer, it was really when I believed that I could go D1. That's when I picked up my first offer. When I was playing out there with those other guys and seeing what I did, how I produced on that level, my competitive nature made me just continue to work and not give up on it. No matter how high or how far I go in this basketball, not letting anybody outwork me. My junior year, I made a little noise just from the EYBL circuit. I had a little buzz coming into my senior year school season. I turned down a lot of prep schools just because I felt like we had lost my junior year. I had unfinished business, so I wanted to just go ahead and pay my senior year at Bryan and win a state championship for those guys. My dad asked me did I want to play on that national level against those top guys again, and I said yes. I didn't know where he was going with that, but he told me, all right, so give me a minute, and Oak Hill was the place to go to be able to play against those top guys. In my position, I always wanted to get better. It was always a competitive nature that wanted me to always be on the highest level that I could. Coming from Episcopal, that being a 3A school and winning the MVP that year, and then transferring to Bryan to a 7A school, I feel like I reached the peak in Arkansas that I could get to. So just making that decision to Oak Hill was definitely a competitive nature that was inside me that wanted to continue to try to get better.
KK Robinson to the rack, count it, and the foul.
It was difficult just knowing that I wouldn't be around my brothers. We're best friends, we spend the most time with each other, so knowing that I wouldn't be around those guys every day was the toughest for me. Oak Hill is different. It's in the middle of nowhere. The nearest Walmart would be 45 minutes away from the campus, so it definitely was something I had to get used to. It just made me mature faster.
And his game has been efficient for Oak Hill.
Oak Hill, we played the most games out of, I think, any school in the U.S. Played 50 games. We would play 4 or 5 games in a week, so we were always busy during the basketball season. And I felt like that helped me a lot, just knowing that that's how the NBA schedule is like. I definitely picked up more schools, 50 or more schools every practice the first month or so. So I definitely picked up more in the recruitment aspect, but I really already had my final 7 and knew what schools I really wanted to go to. Nothing really changed. Well, when I'm on the court, I really don't feel like I'm 6 foot. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all put our shoes on the same. We all are equal, so I try to just go at everybody the same. I don't really see height out there. Like, just having that dog mentality, not letting anybody outplay me or just using my advantages to full effect. I'm a coach on the floor. I make the coaching job easier, make my teammates better. I can shoot it pretty well. I play defense pretty well. I mean, I just bring the energy on the floor. Every time I step on the floor, I feel like it's my last time. I just bring that grit. There's a lot of people that don't think Arkansas has a lot of talent. Like, just playing with guys from around different areas, players from California or players from New York, they don't think Arkansas has a lot of talent. So I'm always trying to fight for my city, my state. So when I play basketball or when I'm stepping on the floor, it's not just about me. It's about my family, the state of Arkansas. I'm representing a lot of people. That's one of the main reasons why I go so hard on the court, because it's not really just about me when I play.
We feed off you. I feed off you. What are you going to do for us, man?
Just watching what Coach Musselman did with the team that he had last year, letting those guys maximize their full potential, putting those guys in a position. Just hearing him talk, just showing the love that he has for us, even when he didn't know us that well. He took the time out to look at our games, watch film, and show us what we can improve on and what he will be doing to help us get to the next level. I feel like was the most genuine thing he could have done to get us there. Really, everybody on the coaching staff at least have a couple years of experience of either coaching in the NBA or playing in the NBA. So the whole staff has professional mindsets and wants to get us all to the next level. And then the family atmosphere, when I had the Razorbacks in my final 2, just seeing the love that they had for me and how much they wanted me to play at that university really helped that decision.
And I've decided to stay home and commit to the University of Arkansas. Happy birthday, bro. Go home.
It was definitely a relief. I was excited to be able to just focus on basketball and not worry about all the extra stuff behind it. Now that I've gotten it, paper signed and everything is done, I can just put the time in and be able to work, contribute at the highest level. I feel like it's changing the culture. A lot of those top guys from this state leave, but the 4 of the top 5 players at the state committed to Arkansas, so I feel like it's just changing the culture. I actually played with those guys, Desi, Ethan, and Isaiah Joe. I think it was my 9th grade summer. It really helped a lot just watching those guys play against that top level talent and them giving me the keys to be able to do the same when I get to that point. Desi, I would say, he gave me the most advice, the recruiting standpoint behind it, everything that it takes to be successful on that level. Actually, for the first time a couple nights ago, I watched everybody on the roster film, and it's crazy how much talent we have coming in next year. So I really do feel like we have a chance to be special. Winning SEC championship, but also at least winning a national championship. I'm so excited for it. There's so many Arkansas fans around. Being able to play in that atmosphere, how loud it gets in there, how electric fans can be for the players, I really just can't wait for it. It's great. We work out at least once a day with each other, sometimes 2 times. So building that bond even more, because the last 2 years he was in Florida and we weren't able to see each other or work out with each other or hang with each other. So just having that bond build back up is great.
If you could do anything at the end of the day with your career, whether it's on the court or off the court, what would it be?
Definitely make it to the NBA, but also have that platform to be able to help people, inspire others to reach their goals as well.
Is there any message you would have for Razorback fans and Razorbacks in general about what you're bringing to Arkansas?
It's time. Get ready.